beyond him in the opening seconds. Is that a sign of things to come?
Well, it's a sign of the sort of pace and the skill and technique this man's got. I really do like him. He's only 22, Kevin. I've seen him in fits and starts, but there's something about him. I think he's going to develop. He's going to be a better player, and he's some manager. He knows how to get the best out of these players. He's got them playing to the peak of their performances. 100% he demands, and that's what he gets.
Well, their defensive record is the best in all 5 major European leagues. In the last 18 league games, Atlético Madrid have conceded, wait for it, in the last 18 league games, 6 goals. That is truly outstanding.
Yeah. Now, I hope it's not the kiss of death on them now as well. But no, you're right. It is a proper side, and they're tough to break down. We saw that when a few weeks ago they played Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, and they obviously went and won there. And Real Madrid had chances but couldn't break them down.
The mentality, the positive mentality that Simeone has drilled into this team is evident again this season.
There's the main man on the ball now, Griezmann. Great season he's having, Kevin, as well. 22 goals.
This is Vieto trying to be a nuisance to Arribas.
Yeah, still settling in, Vieto, but I like what I've seen over the last 3 or 4 games. Starting to find a bit of a partnership. He's working harder, and he's been a little bit unlucky not to have scored for me in several of the games I've watched him play.
Deportivo just dropped into the bottom half of the table, having been in the top half virtually all this campaign after that very good start. Interesting to see how the Uruguayan Jonathan, without a goal this season in 14 appearances, 11 of them in the league, fills the shoes vacated by the injured Lucas Perez, who's been Deportivo's outstanding act so far. There's Gabi. Griezmann. Worked out here to Felipe.
That's a shame. Lovely little passage of play there. It didn't quite work out for them, but Carrasco was coming from right to left. Kevin continued his run. I think the pass was intended for him.
There's been some talk about Carrasco getting a free role in this Atlético Madrid team. I'm not sure Simeone does free rolls, but he started on the right. He's already roamed across here to the left. His pass picks out Juan Fran, whose control was not like it.
No, it wasn't. Very on Juan Fran-like, and he was a right winger, Captain. He's been playing as a fullback for the last 7, 8, 9 years, but you know, he plays just like an attacking fullback, just the way that man did, Manuel Pablo. You know, he's very much out of the same school as him.
Felipe. Controlled beautifully by Carrasco. Laure at his back. The fullback defends well. Forward by Bergantinos. Put out well by Godin.
Good tackle. Needed to be there from Blopo, was it? Yeah.
Felipe. Gabi. Looking for Juan Fran. Griezmann. Koke. Vieto losing out to Fajia. Looks for Jonathan.
Very hopeful. Not seen an awful lot of All Black Kevin because the defence is that good. But when he has been called upon, he's produced some brilliant saves. Remember the Real Madrid game, he produced a couple of cracking saves to keep it at 0-0.
Well, even from this far out to the end of the season, almost nailed on for the Zamora, for the best goalkeeping stats of the season. All Black. And Manuel Pablo, and as it ricocheted off Arribas, nearly opened up for Koke.
He just played his get out of jail free card, Kevin, there. As a missed clearance on his right foot, and he hits it straight off his own defender. I think it's Arribas he hits it off. It's almost fall kindly from. Do you know what's good as well, Kevin? I'm watching Koke playing in the middle of the park today, and I've watched him playing in left side of midfield, right side of midfield, but you get exactly the same performance from him wherever you play him. Same engine, same tenacity and determination. Very well organised.
Come a long way in the last 2 or 3 years. Koke still just 24. Towering header won by Jimenez. This is Fajir. Straight to Griezmann. Carrasco. Saul, another of the very promising players at the Vicente Calderon. Saul. Griezmann to a smart return from Vieto, and it's a corner. Herman looks unable to prevent the corner.
Yeah, Herman looks, ex-River Plate, ex-Real Mallorca, and now he's doing wonders. Look at the spin on the ball after it was deflected off the defender. Can't keep it in.
Koke with the corner. Drops here for Carrasco. Vieto. Back with Yannick Ferreira. Carrasco.
Good defending.
Blocked by Lowry.
Good defending.
Felipe called forward for the Atleti throw. Gabi. Koke just wriggling away from Bergantinos. Here's Gabi. Saul. Not the best of clearances from Fede. Atletico Madrid with a firm stranglehold on possession in the opening 8 minutes.
Well, every player from Deportivo's back on their own third, Kevin. Defensive third, they're all behind the ball, making it difficult. It's not a back four, it's a back six. And the double cover for the wide players, I think they need it. It's just probing for the opening 8 minutes. It's been Atletico Madrid opening, looking for an angle, an avenue that they can get in behind them. That's maybe the ball.
Right on cue, Juanfran is behind the left flank of that Deportivo defence, stabbed away by Lopo, and the referee's whistle in favour of a relieved Deportivo.
Yeah, it was a late challenge, was it? The referee's now going to tell him. Late challenge. Well, his team started the way he wants them to play. There's a challenge there. I think it's Griezmann's challenge was the problem. Well, Arribas and Lopo will have their work cut out in the middle of the defence tonight, that's for sure. But the two wide players are so important for the fullbacks. Lore and Manuel Pablo need Bergantinos and Borges both to get back in and give them a little bit of cover. And I've looked at Fire as well as gone back in there to give them support.
Jonathan. Fede fancies header straight at a grateful Saul, rather Carrasco. Support now from Saul. Vieto. Had such an excellent season with Villarreal. It got him his big move here to Atletico. Luciano Vieto.
Yeah, and Simeone knew him from his days in Argentina. He knows what type of player he's bought. It's going to take him a little while to settle down as Koke and now Gabi trying to find an angle.
Simeone actually gave Vieto his senior debut in Argentine football when they were together at the Racing Club. Victor, as Jerry said, good player in his day, an excellent servant to Deportivo, winger.
Yeah, he was a goal-scoring right winger, and he put quality crosses into the box, and he could strike a ball. Spanish international, and that great Deportivo side.
Yes, one that gave Jerry and I some great memories down the years.
Fantastic, Kevin. They always scored goals. If it wasn't Diego Tistan, it was El Rifle or
Roy Mackay.
Roy Mackay. He was another goal scorer, the Flan Dutchman. And you had the quality in the midfield. You had Fran on the left-hand side with a sweet left foot. And of course, the Brazilian in the centre, Mara Silva. He controlled the whole of the game. He was the captain, and he controlled everything. He was the anchor man. If it wasn't him, it was Donato in the middle of the park who controlled it.
Well, they've had some spells down in the second division since those heady days. It's been a little bit of a yo-yo club, but they are really, by their standards and their history, a La Liga club. It's good to see them back at this level again.
They certainly are. And I haven't even mentioned Jalminia, Kevin. Now, he was a real maverick, wasn't he?
Here's Manuel Pablo. You remember all those players very well indeed. Saul. Felipe. Gabby. Plenty of room to work in here. Koke. Juan Fran. Griezmann trying to release Vieto. Arribas got there first.
Good cover. I was just remembering, Captain, I think it was Manuel Pablo who I remember doing a game where he broke his leg. Bad break it was against Celta Vigo. I think it was a clash between he and Giovanella, as we see Fernando Torres in the stands.
Forward by Gabby. Covered well by Manuel Pablo. This is Mosquera. Fede. Mosquera doesn't want to lose it there. Borges, the Costa Rican international, finding Lowry. A little bit of possession now for Deportivo, and we're happy about that.
Sometimes that's maybe when you've got a problem, because players start moving forward. There's a little bit more space on the counter-attack for Atlético to catch you out as Godin covers Kevin and clears his lines.
Koke. Felipe. That was a foul by Lowry, coming right through there on Carrasco.
The thing is, Lowry doesn't need to get that tight to him, Kevin, because he's not going nowhere. You know, you just put a little bit of pressure on him, but he doesn't need to try and win the ball there. Silly free kick, and one that Koke will relish. His deliveries have been pretty good in the last few games I've watched him play, and they are very dangerous on set plays, as you know. Watch out for Sal as well on the set plays. 7 goals this season he's got. Referee is not happy.
Regular La Liga watchers will know Atlético are not a free-scoring team. We wax lyrical about their defensive strength, but they have scored 3 times in each of the last 2 league games. The masters of the 1-0 win. Most of Simeone's reign. Koke's free kick. Found the head. Well, he attacked it, Jimenez, and really he should score.
What a great delivery, Kevin, and you're right. All he's got to do is just tuck his chin in and head it down. Runs good. He gets up above everybody and he just gets underneath it. You can see the angle. He's just underneath the ball. The keeper's beaten. Germán Lux is beaten.
Might just have been a touch off the man in front of Jimenez. Let's see here, Jerry. Bergantiños
is there. He could have done enough maybe to put him off. That may be crucial. But that's an excellent delivery, though.
Mosquera. Lopo, given no option but to go back with Lux. Griezmann. Gavi. Carrasco. Loses out to the hard-working Fede, now Bergantiños. Fede foul.
And he's fleet of foot, isn't he? Fede and Faisal Fayer is going to have to be fleet of foot as well. The 2 wide players are going to have to do a lot of running today to contain a very hard. Cheap ball is given away poorly.
Deportivo currently on the joint longest winless run in La Liga this season, matching Valencia's run of 12 league games from late November to early February without a victory. This is Felipe. Saul celebrates. He came from a long way, and the closer he got to the ball, the more his eyes widened, and the header was planted.
Great delivery from Felipe Luis, Kevin, but Saul is coming like an express train. Just mentioned him a minute ago, 7 goals this season, that's his 8th, and they're all different. He can score from 20 yards, or he can score a header from a set play, but he wanted it. You watch him coming in. Look at this great delivery. The ball's already on his way, he's not even in the box, and Manuel Pablo's waiting. I think he's waiting, and certainly at the back post there, Arribas is waiting, and in between the 2 of them comes Saul, and he wants it the most, and he attacks the ball really well and hammers a downward header past Germán Lux, and that's the opening goal for Atlético Madrid, and it has been coming. Eight goals in a season, Kevin. I'll tell you what, he's some player. He's very young and he's still learning, but I've watched him develop over the last 2 seasons, and I like what I see.
So do a number of the top clubs in the English Premier League, who monitor Atlético Madrid and the young stars they're developing here, some that they're buying. A good mixture, and they are up there with the big 2 now in Spain. In fact, you could argue a strong case at the moment. They look down almost disdainfully upon Real Madrid after winning recently at the Bernabeu.
Yeah, they're a better team, I think, than Real Madrid. Real Madrid's still not quite a team. And when they're missing Benzema, the front 3 is not as effective. I know they've had the injuries all at the same time. Bale has been out for 8 or 9 weeks, as has Benzema, who wasn't fully fit the last time I saw him play. And again, James Rodriguez, who scored the other night, Kevin, you know, he hasn't looked 100% since he's come back as well. So you have to have all the key players back in for Real Madrid, but
Deportivo aren't to create new worse figures in La Liga this season. They're going to have to breach the best defence in Europe. Juanfran. Good in. Carrasco's foul on Fede.
It was done a wee bit easy, Fede Cortabia, but there's certainly contact from Carrasco.
Carrasco unable to find the ball dropping into his path.
I saw a little bit of space in front of him there, Kevin, as you say. Had the weight of the pass been better, could have been productive for Atlético Madrid.
Carrasco will be delighted at how quickly he's taken to his new surroundings after Atletico picked him up from French football and Monaco.
Yeah, 4 goals this season. It's not a bad return. He's got that flair about him, Kevin. He can. Oh, mistake! Whoa!
Mosquera gets Deportivo out of trouble.
That's the second time his first touch has been heavy, Kevin. As the anchor man in midfield, you can't afford to do that and give it away cheaply.
This is Vieto. Fed in towards Koke, and it's Carrasco! Ball jamming between the knees of Herman Lux in the end.
He's done enough, Kevin. He spread himself quite well, and free-flowing movement there from Atletico Madrid. Late foul. Referee sees no advantage and brings the play back. Well, let's see this lovely piece of play here. Good vision from Vieto, and then this ball in. Lovely step over from Koke to create the chance, and as you say, wedged in between the thighs and knees of the goalkeeper Herman Lux. And that would have been goal number 5 for Carrasco.
Diego Simeone has asked Carrasco for more goals. I'm sure that he's certainly capable of it. He may even develop into a central striker eventually.
Yeah, his movement tells you that he likes that free role, Kevin. He could play as a number 10, I think, in behind a front man. That might be the ideal role for him, but not at the moment. Griezmann's playing in a free role, and certainly he has delivered big time for them. 15 goals in the league, 7 in the cup competitions, 22 goals so far this season. What a good return.
Beyond 25 goals in his first season as well, this being his second. He's elevated himself right up into the top echelons of strikers in Europe and world football now, Antoine Griezmann.
Couldn't agree more, Kevin. I think he is going to get better and better. There's space on the right from Juan Fran if he wants to use him.
Saul instead feeds Griezmann. Too much for Felipe.
That was the hard pass, wasn't it? I think the easy pass on the right-hand side was Juan Fran. He put in a really good delivery for Saul's goal. That's the cross. And look at that header. Bullet header.
21 years old and bristling with talent. He can play just about anywhere.
He can. He's played at the back, Kevin. I've seen him playing at the back in midfield, anywhere in midfield. His goals, as I say, I've saw him score goals 20 yarders from outside the box. You see him score headers. He scores all different types of goals.
Remember when Atlético Madrid sent him out on loan, he went to Rayo Vallecano and he played some games during his loan spell there in the centre of defence. Here's Lowry. Fede. Mosquera. Arribas. Mosquera spent much of his football in the capital. Came up through the ranks at Real Madrid. Pedro Mosquera. This is Bergantinos. Apart from one little run outside of his penalty area to clear a long ball forward, Jan Oblak, the Slovenian goalkeeper for Atlético Madrid, has been a spectator.
He's a pedestrian, isn't he? Really, he hasn't had a lot to do. But I meant that point earlier, Kevin. They do tend to dominate against the opposition, and he hasn't got a lot to do. But when he's been called on Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, he made two very important saves. Oh, it's a foul.
It's gone against Jonathan. Youth international ranks together, Jonathan and Jimenez. It's a great school for Jimenez, though, to learn alongside his fellow Uruguayan and international teammate Godin, Jerry.
Well, he has schooled them very, very well over the last few years. And I remember, Kevin, when he first started playing, he ended up playing a lot more games for Uruguayan international side than he did for the Atlético Madrid side. But he has developed as a player, made fantastic progress, and I think Fede Cartavia has made the most of that challenge. It's a free kick, but not that bad a challenge from Felipe Luis.
I think what underlined the progress Jimenez was making, the 21-year-old, is that they were prepared to sell Miranda for good money, knowing that Jimenez was ready.
Well, he needed the games. That was the only thing he lacked, was experience. Oh, here's a chance.
First real opening for Deportivo, and it's slashed well wide of the target by Celso Borges.
Good effort, Kevin. It's worth having a crack at. His first touch is good, gets the ball out from underneath his feet, and he has the shot. It's always going wide of Oblak's goal, but that's the sort of first real they've had. It's not on target, but it's the first shot that we've seen from Deportivo in 29 minutes.
Carrasco. Felipe. Gavi. Saul, goal scorer. Koke. Carrasco. Not sure he intended that, but Felipe will get to, well, before it could travel out, Manuel Pablo with a partial clearing header. Felipe leaving that alone, thinking that he might have been offside.
Yeah, he was coming back from an offside position. He was very much aware of that.
back at home, really, Felipe will feel in his second spell. Surprising he didn't do better at Chelsea, although he did have some injury problems at Stamford Bridge.
Well, he always plays the same role here at Atlético Madrid. It's as if he's never been away. He's put in a fabulous cross for the opening goal. Very dependable. It's good height for heading the ball at the back, and good athlete. Can't really fault him here at Atlético Madrid.
Mosquera. Bergantinos. Rivas. Godin. Bit of room now for Borges. This is Fede Catavia. Carrasco's foul.
It's sloppy there, sloppy play for Atlético Madrid. They won the ball back and then give it cheaply to Fede Catavia. And there is a touch on the arm. You can see he grabs his left arm. Frustration, I think, for Carrasco. He gave away the ball cheaply, Kevin, about a minute ago.
Deportivo drawn 15 of their 28 league games. They are very much the draw specialist in this division. It's settled for a point here tonight, that's for sure. Fede, it's a neat turn. Griezmann is back there to make the clearance.
Well, it was a good turn for Fede, but his cross wasn't great, Kevin.
Laure with the throw. Fede. Jonathan. Bergantinos.
There's a break on now, Kevin.
Led by Saul. Griezmann ahead of him. Vieto down the middle. Koke. Juanfran. Vieto. Koke.
Well, you can see who the intended target was. Felipe Luis. Wasn't a great pass in the end from Koke, but everybody getting back behind the ball, making it difficult for Atlético Madrid to break them down. And that's the control, which was excellent first touch on his chest from Borges. Wasn't a great shot in the end, but that's what they need to do more of. Got to test All Black in the Atlético Madrid goal.
No-nonsense clearance from Jimenez. Manuel Pablo. Nice exchange between Borges and Bergantinos. Lopo. Fede.
He's lively, isn't he, Fede?
There's the 40-year-old Manuel Pablo.
Decent ball, Kevin.
Dealt with well by Godin.
Starting to do a little bit more for me going forward, Deportivo, which is good to see.
These two teams drew 1-1 at the Riazor at the end of October. Deportivo don't have any great recent memories of visits here. They've lost in each of the last 9 in the league, haven't scored in the last 4. In fact, the last Deportivo player to score here is on the ball now. Felipe had around 3 or 4 seasons at the Riazor. Felipe Luis. Gabi, Juanfran available. Gabi looks down the middle for Vieto. Koke, still the room on the right for Juanfran. And again, Gabi ignores him. Griezmann. On goes Felipe. Rather ducked down as he saw looks coming towards him.
It's an interesting little dink over the top here, because Vieto is offside, and that's why he doesn't want to touch the ball. He lets it go and leaves it for Felipe, but you're right, Kevin. Sherman looks is coming, and Felipe decides discretion is the better part of valor.
If you've just joined the game at the Vicente Calderon, thanks for pulling up a seat. Saul with a header. Here's the difference. On the ball here. Header from a Felipe cross. And for the most part, Koke. Saul. Juanfran's got his hands on his hips on that right side. 3 or 4 times Gabi's had the ball and not played it to the right, and Juanfran's feeling a little bit
left out at the moment,
lonely. And now Gabi finds the fullback. Good steal from Arribas.
It's a good run as well.
Fede trying to offer an angle for the pass. An area of the game that Atlético Madrid have few peers, the ability to close the opposition so quickly, hunting in packs.
They do it very well, Kevin, but the other thing is you have to be fit to do that, and they are a very fit side. I don't think there's a fitter side in the league.
Jonathan, foot race won by Jimenez,
given
away though by Gabi. Borges. Lopo. Lowry. Vieto. Running into traffic there, but somehow he wriggles free. Saul. Measured ball to Carrasco.
Oh, good turn. Went to go inside, then outside hook. Wins the free kick from the foul on Mosquera. That's a super little reverse. turn, Kevin. He's done really well. He wants the yellow card. I hate to see him do that.
Yeah. Didn't do many of those challenges in his career, did he, Simeone?
Well, that was the thing. He was one of those players. He would have kicked you all day long.
Now then, Fede's gone down, clutching his face. There's a handoff from Carrasco.
I think it's barely any contact, and he's got himself a yellow card. But this is the sort of thing that happens. You see a lot of play acting now. Only the player knows how much contact was on his face, and that's going to be him missing the next game because of that yellow card.
That next game will be a trip to Sporting Club Gijón.
Well, it's fingers, Kevin. There you go. Fingers on the side of his face, and he goes down like he's shot. And this is the thing that you see in the game now. Look at him roll. Look at him rolling. How can he roll 3-4 times when you're hurt?
It's hardly a sledgehammer, was it?
No.
First start in 6 for Simeone, for Carrasco. Now misses that trip to Sporting. Deportivo have got a 7-point cushion between themselves and the bottom 3. As this is Jonathan. Now then, Oblak having to get out quickly at the feet of Jonathan.
Nothing to do.
Was up for offside.
Yeah, but nothing to do for 41 minutes. He doesn't know he's offside, Kevin. 41 minutes gone, and you can see maybe inches. It's a bit tight, but the keeper comes out and he spreads himself really well, and that's what I like about Oblak. I said he'd done the same against Real Madrid a few weeks ago in the derby match. Hadn't got a lot to do, and then all of a sudden he made 2 very important saves. That's a sign of a good world-class goalkeeper, and they have had some great goalkeepers over the last 7 or 8 years, haven't they?
Yes, we wondered how Atlético Madrid were going to replace the likes of Thibaut Courtois and David De Gea. Raised a few eyebrows when they paid Benfica €60 million, which is a Spanish record for a goalkeeper for Oblak. Griezmann's shot deflects away from the corner, but now we can see why they paid that heavy money for 23-year-old Slovenian Jan Oblak.
Yeah, he's very young, and that's a big mistake there. An opportunity. It's not on his favourite left foot, it's on his right foot. Takes a double deflection. Eventually comes off Manuel Pablo.
Koke over the corner. The ball had arced out of play. Goal kick.
Certainly the whistle had gone, Kevin. Let's have a look, see. Yeah, out of play. Linesman, eagle-eyed linesman, had his flag up before the ball even was in the goalkeeper's hands.
Taken on now by Griezmann. He's got the pace to go all the way here. Antoine Griezmann! Well, the whole of this stadium was expecting that effort to hit the back of the net, and it normally does when Griezmann runs free of the opposition.
Well, it's a mistake, and he's capitalised on it, Kevin. You can see there, straight through the middle. He's too quick for Manuel Pablo and co, and then outside of the left foot, he misses the target. I was like waiting for the net to bulge, Kevin, and it should have been 2-0. They've had 2 or 3 really good chances in the opening 45, only taking the 1.
Mosquera. Comfortable knock back from Felipe to Oblak. Won't be a great deal of stoppage time from the referee Malero Lopez. In fact, none. Right on 45 minutes, the end of another.
Yeah, 4 goals this season. It's not a bad return. He's got that flair about him, Kevin. He can. Oh, mistake. Whoa.
Mosquera gets Deportivo out of trouble.
That's the second time his first touch has been heavy, Kevin. As the anchor man in midfield, you can't afford to do that and give it away cheaply.
This is Vieto. Fed in towards Koke. It's Carrasco. Ball jamming between the knees of Herman Lux in the end.
He's done enough, Kevin. He spread himself quite well, and free-flowing movement there from Atlético Madrid. Late foul. Referee sees no advantage and brings the play back. Well, let's see this lovely piece of play here. Good vision from Vieto. And then this ball in, lovely over from Koke to create the chance, and as you say, wedged in between the thighs and the knees of the goalkeeper Herman Lux. And that would have been goal number 5 for Carrasco.
Diego Simeone has asked Carrasco for more goals. I'm sure that he's certainly capable of it. He may even develop into a central striker eventually.
Yeah, his movement tells you that. He likes that free role, Kevin. He could play as a number 10, I think, in behind a front man. That might be the ideal role for him, but no, at the moment Griezmann's playing in a free role, and certainly he has delivered big time for them. 15 goals in the league, 7 in the cup competitions, 22 goals so far this season. What a good return.
Beyond 25 goals in his first season as well, this being his second. He's elevated himself right up into the top echelons of strikers in Europe and world football now, Antoine Griezmann.
Couldn't agree more, Kevin. I think he is going to get better and better. Space on the right from Juan Fran if he wants to use him.
Saul instead feeds Griezmann. Too much for Felipe.
That was the hard pass, wasn't it? I think the easy pass on the right-hand side was Juan Fran. He put in a really good delivery for Saul's goal. That's the cross. And look at that header. Bullet header.
Years old and bristling with talent. He can play just about anywhere.
He can. He's played at the back, Kevin. I've seen him playing at the back in midfield, anywhere in midfield. His goals, as I say, I've saw him score goals 20-yarders from outside the box. You see him score headers. He scores all different types of goals.
Remember when Atlético Madrid sent him out on loan, he went to Rayo Vallecano and he played some games during his loan spell there in the centre of defence. Here's Lowry. Fede. Mosquera. Arribas. Mosquera spent much of his football in the capital. Came up through the ranks at Real Madrid. Pedro Mosquera. This is Bergantinos. Apart from one little run outside of his penalty area to clear a long ball forward. Jan Oblak, the Slovenian goalkeeper for Atletico Madrid, has been a spectator.
He's a pedestrian, isn't he? Really, he hasn't had a lot to do. But I meant that point earlier, Kevin. They do tend to dominate against the opposition, and he hasn't got a lot to do. But when he's been called on, Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, he made two very important saves. What a foul.
It's gone against Jonathan. Youth international ranks together, Jonathan and Jimenez. It's a great school for Jimenez, though, to learn alongside his fellow Uruguayan and international teammate. Good in, Jerry.
Well, he has schooled them very, very well over the last few years. And I remember, Kevin, when he first started playing, he ended up playing a lot more games for Uruguayan international side than he did for the Atletico Madrid side. But he has developed as a player, made fantastic progress, and I think Fede Cartavia has made the most of that challenge. It's a free kick, but not that bad a challenge from Felipe Luis.
I think what underlined the progress Jimenez was making, the 21-year-old, is that they were prepared to sell Miranda for good money, knowing that Jimenez was ready.
Well, he needed the games. That was the only thing he lacked, was experience. Now here's a chance.
First real opening for Deportivo, and it's slashed well wide of the target by Celso Borges.
Good effort, Kevin. It's worth having a crack at. His first touch is good, gets the ball out from underneath his feet, and he has the shot. It's always going wide of Oblak's goal, but that's the sort of first real they've had. It's not on target, but it's the first shot that we've seen from Deportivo in 29 minutes.
Carrasco. Felipe. Gavi. Saul, goal scorer. Koke. Carrasco. Not sure he intended that, but Felipe will get to it before it could travel out. Manuel Pablo with a partial clearing header. Felipe leaving that alone, thinking that he might have been offside.
Yeah, he was coming back from an offside position. He was very much aware of that.
Back at home, really, Felipe will feel in his second spell. Surprising he didn't do better at Chelsea, although he did have some injury problems at Stamford Bridge.
Well, he always plays the same role here at Atletico Madrid. It's as if he's never been away. He's put in a fabulous cross for the opening goal. Very dependable. It's good height for heading the ball at the back, and good athlete. Can't really fault him here at Atletico Madrid.
Mosquera. Bergantinos. Rivas. Godin. For Borges. This is Fede Catavia. Carrasco's foul.
It's sloppy there for Atletico Madrid. They won the ball back, Fede Catavia, and there is a touch on the arm. You can see he grabs his left arm. Frustration, I think, for Carrasco. He get away the ball cheaply, Kevin, about it ago.
Deportivo drawn 15 of their 28 league games. They are very much the draw specialist in this division. And settle for a point here tonight, that's for sure. Fede, it's a neat turn. Griezmann is back there to make the clearance.
Well, it was a good turn from him, but his cross was great, Kevin.
Lauro with the throw. Fede. Jonathan. Bergantinos.
There's a break on now, Kevin.
Led by Saul. Griezmann ahead of him. Vieto down the middle. Koke. Juanfran. Vieto. Koke.
Well, you can see who the intended target was. Felipe Luis. Wasn't a great pass in the end from Koke, but everybody getting back behind the ball, making it difficult for Atlético Madrid to break them down. That's the control, which was excellent first touch on his chest from Borges. Wasn't a great shot in the end, but that's what they need to do more of. Got to test all black in the Atlético Madrid goal.
No nonsense clearance from Jimenez. Manuel Pablo. Nice exchange between Borges and Bergantinos. Lopo. Fede.
He's lively, isn't he, Fede?
There's the 40-year-old Manuel Pablo.
Decent ball, Kevin.
Dealt with well by Goodin.
Starting to do a little bit more for me going forward, Deportivo, which is
1-1 at the Riazor at the end of October. Don't have any great recent memories of it. They've lost in each of the last 9 in the league, haven't scored in the last 4. In fact, the last Deportivo player to score. Ball now, Philippe. Juanfran available. Gabi looks in the middle for. And again, Gabi ignores him. Griezmann. On goes Felipe. Rather ducked down as he saw looks coming towards him.
It's an interesting little think over the top here, because Vieto is offside, and that's why he doesn't want to touch the ball. He lets it go and leaves it for Felipe, but you're right, Kevin. Sherman looks is coming, and Felipe decides discretion is the better part of valor.
If you've just joined the game at the Vicente Calderon, thanks for pulling up a seat. Saul with a header. Here's the difference. On the ball here. Header from a Felipe cross. for the most part. Koke. Saul. And Fran's got his hands on his hips on that right side. 3 or 4 times Gabby's had the ball and not played it to the right, and Juan Fran's feeling a little bit at the moment lonely. And now Gabby finds the fullback. Good steal from Arribas.
It's a good run as well.
Fede trying to offer an angle for the pass.
In the next 3 or 4 years.
Yes, Europe's biggest football ground, set to get even bigger. Barcelona marching inexorably towards making it back-to-back La Liga titles. Their advantage over Atlético Madrid at kickoff here tonight, 11 points. Barcelona's 6-0 win at home to Getafe earlier today.
A little nudge in the back of Jimenez. And Jonathan gives away a silly free kick. It's a late challenge, isn't it, from Sal that gives the free kick away.
Gabby. Nice way to pass for Griezmann. He wins the corner out of Lopo, the 35-year-old having to really stretch to stay with Griezmann there.
Well, he's done well, Lopo getting across. He knew Griezmann had to pull the trigger before the ball went over the line. The long legs of Lopo strides across, and that's an excellent piece of defending.
Hook clear by Lowry.
Just looking at that, Kevin, that free kick to the last corner kick was an in-swinger into the near post, and it was Koke who was coming in front to try and get a little glancing header, a little flick on at the near post. So they're varying it. Sometimes they'll go long, sometimes they'll go short, and I'm sure they rehearse this sort of thing on the training ground.
Koke, Gabby.
I think patience is the word. They're just going to keep the ball and try and break them down in whatever way they can. Saying that, Deportivo's made a lot of mistakes themselves. If you look at the goal scoring chances in the first half, they've all come from individual mistakes from Deportivo players.
Griezmann. Felipe. And Lopo concedes another corner.
Well, it was a half-decent ball actually from Felipe Luis, and there's nothing else Lopo could do except put it out for the corner, Kevin. And again, another set play. And who's going to take it? It's Koke taking it this time.
Atlético attacking the end of the ground behind that Deportivo goal as more voluble support. It's been times though, heady nights in the Champions League. I remember when things are going well for Atlético Madrid. Feels like the whole of this ground sing. It's quite an atmosphere.
Oh, it's a fabulous atmosphere, I have to say. They make a lot of noise.
Nice approach play, and it wraps up the crossbar. Lux was beaten. Terrific effort from Carrasco. He's back on the ball again here. And Arribas happy to earn the free kick.
I think it's either free kick or offside, but have a look at this shot from Carrasco, Kevin. Dipping, keeper's beaten. He's curling and dipping, the keeper's beaten, and that's a wonderful. He's got that natural ability. You can see the way when he picks the ball up. He's movement and he's always alive, and he's looking for an angle. Well, that's an interesting trio. I've no doubts with Champions League football coming up.
Champions League game at home to PSV Eindhoven will be this coming Tuesday, 0-0 for the Netherlands. I saw the whole of that game, and Atletico Madrid weren't asked too many questions defensively. Tried hard to get what might be an important away goal, but they'll start favourites, of course, against their Dutch opponents for the second leg. Dangerous opponents. When you've got the kind of defensive record they've got, they're in the hunt for all the major trophies. Here's Carrasco. And the shot doesn't overly extend Herman Lux, but on target.
That's that ability I'm talking about. He turns on a sixpence, Kevin, and then when he's turning, he's running at you. He's trickery, angles. He does force the save from the goalkeeper, but he's asking more questions of Deportivo. Oh, that's a wonderful strike.
No free kick. Referee couldn't have had a better view. Disappoints Fede as our referee Milero Lopez opts to play on. Here's Gavi. Godin. Felipe. Juanfran, Gavi. Felipe. Kind of apology straight away as he fails to find Carrasco.
Not one of Felipe's better passes, Kevin would say.
Arribas. Opening 9 minutes of the second half, almost identical to what we saw in the opening minutes of the first half. All Atlético Madrid. Griezmann. Felipe. Carrasco, beautifully back to Felipe. Carrasco trying to set up a shot, I think, for Koke, didn't open up. Oh, it's a typical good offer from Juanfran, wasn't it?
He's always looking to get forward in behind the last defender. Idea was good, the run was good, just a little bit too much pace on the ball from Gavi. he's going to come on.
It's Correa. Interesting to see what Simeone does with that Champions League game on the horizon.
That's what I'm looking at. It's got to be Vieto or one of the attacking players. It's got to be.
You wouldn't have thought Carrasco, because he'll sit out the next league game after picking up that first half yellow card.
He might want to keep Carrasco fresh for the Champions League game because he can't play in the league next week.
Yeah.
So that's another interesting one. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
Gavi's earned the corner meanwhile. Substitution on hold until we see what pans out from this particular corner. In by Gavi. Carrasco. Harried by Fede. He's done really well to pick out Griezmann. Oh, one of those occasions where the cross is just too good. Well kept in by Jimenez. And they get a corner out of that, they just don't give anything up, do they?
You know, Kevin, they chase every lost cause. That looked like it was going out of play. And, you know, you see Jimenez chasing it down and keeping it in play and putting a great cross back into the box. And it looked at one stage it was too high for Godin. He's backpedaled, he's put it back down, and they win the corner kick again.
Centre-back who looked like a winger there, Jimenez. Koke. Larry aware of the movement of Carrasco.
He's done well, Larry, picking him up. Just feel another chance there to put the ball into the box on 2 occasions, didn't take it. Looking for something better now. What's wrong here? It's Manuel Pablo. He's down on the ground. Referee coming to make sure he's okay. We're asking the question, is he going to be able to finish the game? I think the answer is no.
No, the armband is coming off. And the 40-year-old Manuel Pablo is going to see less than an hour. Vieto's is going to see less than an hour. He's going to be replaced by Correa. Robert is coming on for Deportivo. And, that's the change for Deportivo in defence, and we're going to get to see the very promising Angel Correa, another of the bright young things here at the Vicente Calderon. 21-year-old, already a full Argentine international, 5 goals this season. Robert on for Manuel Pablo, and Luis Alberto is going to come on as well. It's going to be a double substitution for Deportivo. It's Bergantinos that makes way for the former Liverpool player, Alberto. Didn't have too many opportunities to shine in his time at Anfield. Here's Felipe. Correa immediately into the action. Felipe. Shots on now! And the angle just too tight in the end, but it will be a corner.
Thought too many touches, Kevin. It was there to be struck first time. You know, there's a mistake here. Clever play, and a hesitation. It's on his left foot. I think he's got to hit that.
Oh, nice disguise. Griezmann, 2-0.
That's it.
Lovely disguise on the pass from Koke to find Griezmann, who was alive, and his finish unerring. And surely now Atlético Madrid on the way to another home win.
So many times Koke provides the vital pass, you know, and this time he's a provider, Kevin. He's playing in the centre midfield role, and he does pass a fabulous ball, weighted ball, and the run and the angle of the run was great from Griezmann. He's a live wire. He's always looking for something in the penalty area. That's the second goal. That's the killer goal. That's killed them off totally, but an excellent finish. 23 goals this season. Have a look now, stepping up now. Look who plays him on side. It's the substitute. He's only on the park, and he plays Griezmann on side. That's a bottom corner. So slow to move, I think. Is it Robert Pierre? Yeah. And they're all appealing for offside, but the full-back who came on a minute and a half ago, Kevin, is the one that plays them all.
Still half an hour or so to go here. Atlético Madrid, as I mentioned earlier, not the heaviest goal scorers in La Liga this season. They get the job done more often than not because of their wonderful defensive record, but maybe on for a third successive game, scoring 3 goals.
When you get the second goal cushion and you know you're home and dry, Kevin, which this team does know, they're going to create more chances. And you can be sure it's just a question of whether they take the opportunities. They missed 2 or 3 very good opportunities in the first half. Griezmann's atoned for one of those misses on a 1-on-1 by scoring the all-important second goal.
Griezmann has now scored in each of the last 4 league games.
By the way, just looking at the stats there, Kevin, for the amount of running done by this Atlético Madrid team, 5 kilometres more than the opposition. That's after an hour. They've run 5 kilometres more.
And that is something that Simeone expects, demands. Faisal Fajir with the free kick here for Deportivo. Fede never going to beat even Griezmann in the air. He's even smaller than Griezmann, little Fede Catabia.
Griezmann's actually quite good, though. He's a good athlete and he springs really well. He's won lots of headers in the past. I've seen him win headers against opposition and players much taller than he himself. But it's all about timing of the jump and being brave as well. To be a good header of the ball, you have to be brave.
Looks like we're going to see another of Simeone's fellow Argentines, Matias Craneviter. He's getting ready to be that man's next change. Started the game at Valencia last week.
He's already thinking of the game, midweek Champions League, and whose legs do I need to rest and who can afford to take off.
Well, almost certainly going to be a rest for either Gavi or Koke, I would have thought. Lowry gets away from Koke. And here's a chance!
Oh, great defending. Great defending by Sol, Kevin. He's not even a full-back, but he's just an all-round player. His ability to get in line. Have a look at this. Comes to him, look, running back to get into the goal mouth area and to block the attempted shot.
In by Mosquera.
First really good positive play down the right-hand side from Lowry results in the actual cross. And this is the goal for Griezmann. Well, he's discussing with the staff, yeah, and they're talking about who to take off. He said, no, don't take me off, I want another goal. And Craneviter, but this is the thing, this is it. They all want to play, Kevin, they all want to score goals. They know they've won the match, but he has to think like a manager and think, who do I need to save for this important game in the Champions League?
Craneviter will get his opportunity now, I'm sure.
He was talking to Burgos on the bench there, the goalkeeper, ex-Mallorca goalkeeper, ex-Atlético Madrid goalkeeper as well, Argentinian, about who he should take off, and the decision is Griezmann. And he understands that. You save your best player for the match when you need goals. He's got his goal here. Save him for the big one in the Champions League against Feyenoord.
Well, that should afford us an opportunity to see Carrasco playing as an out-and-out striker now. Correa will play just a little bit off Yannick Ferreira Carrasco, who lead the line for a little over final quarter of the game here. This is Correa. Now Carrasco.
It's good defending from Arribas. He's a real live wire, isn't he, Carrasco? I think he likes that free roll. Loves the freedom, taken quickly.
Here's Carrasco again. Just pulled the left foot shot.
Maybe trying a little bit too hard there, but good skills as well to create the opportunity in the near post. Two players around him. Fagier doesn't really do an awful lot for me.
Deportivo will be well aware that 33 points won't be enough to stay up. Teams in the bottom three have got 26, and some of them still to play beneath Deportivo this weekend, so they might just end up looking over their shoulders a little.
Kevin, any one of 6 teams at the bottom there can still go down. It's just it's a quest of being on a good run. Look at Malaga and how good a run they've been on recently, and they've turned the corner. You need to find some form in the last 2-3 months of the season. Maybe even draws for Deportivo mightn't be enough. Don't want to get sucked in there.
Carrasco. Pinched off him by Mosquera. Deportivo really hamstrung by injuries, particularly to their top scorer Lucas Perez. 15 league goals, as I mentioned at the start of proceedings tonight. That represents 41% of Deportivo's league goals this season gone in the absence of Perez. 3 defenders out, full-backs Juanfran and Luisinho, and centre-back Sydney.
And then you look at the centre forward, Jonathan hasn't scored a goal in 11-12 starts, Kevin. You know, it doesn't look good for them, and that's why we did say it was a mountain to climb in. Fede Cartabia loses possession.
This win is looking increasingly like 3 points for Atlético. Would take them to 7.7 ahead of Real Madrid, ahead of their trip to Gran Canaria to take on Las Palmas on Sunday. Barcelona, another win earlier today, 75 points, surely uncatchable. Here's Jonathan up against his fellow Uruguayan here, Jimenez. Oh, and he's almost bent that into the far corner. Good effort.
Well, you can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to shape the ball outside the far post and in. It looked like Oblak had his angles right, but this is excellent play. Comes inside. Jimenez strikes it cleanly, and it's what, a foot wide of the far post. Decent effort. He needs to break his duck very soon.
Kranovita.
Oh,
almost squeezed it between Lux and his near post.
I think it hit the post, Kevin. I actually think it hit the post. German Lux was off his line. It's poor defending, giving it straight to Correa. He gets in there and he cuts it back. Well, the keeper looks like he does.
In goes Godin. Loops up kindly for Lux.
Well, Arribas was asking a question, looking for the free kick, and certainly Diego Godin got above everybody and took the sting out of the shot, though. Easy for the goalkeeper.
Larry given away cheaply to Carrasco. It's too quick for Mosquera. Great balance. Carrasco held up well in the end by Lopo. When he gets into full stride, he's a glider, isn't he?
He does.
Carrasco.
He looks the part. He just graceful. He's so graceful as he accelerates and goes past people, and Mosquera was left for dead. 2-0 up, but he still is demanding and looking more from his team. They want him to see it out for the last 20 minutes. Maybe get another goal.
Larry finally get a free kick there. Oriol Riera, striker. '29-year-old with just a couple of goals this season, one in the league. After a spell in England with Wigan, Oriol Riera. No hesitation, and Carrasco nearly picked it off the toe of Mosquera. Carrasco trying to feed Correa. One front in bravely. Foul by Gabi. So Riera with a little over a quarter of an hour to try and find an unlikely revival here for Deportivo. Fede coming off.
A very quiet second half, Fede.
Certainly a bit more strength at the top end of the pitch for Deportivo in the arrival of Riera.
Well, they need a goal, Kevin, to have any sort of a chance, to give them some sort of a lifeline. They need a goal.
Saul. Felipe made close to 140 appearances for Deportivo. Felipe Luis.
Yeah, he was there quite a while. He was unlucky when he got that bad injury just before the World Cup. I think he was nailed on to be in the Brazilian squad, Kevin, and that's how it goes. Ahead of a major championship, somebody is always going to get an injury that rules them out. That's the disappointing side of being a sportsman.
Cranavita. Here's Felipe again. Cranavita looking for Juan Fran.
How many times has he made that run, Kevin? He must have made that run at least 5 times. And you think of the work and the energy he expels going up and down the right-hand side. and never stops.
31 years old now, Juanfran, but looks as fit as he did in his early 20s. Started out as a winger at Real Madrid.
Still got so much running in him, Kevin. He really does. And this is the opportunity again that we were talking about. And you know, I pointed the finger at Robert Pierre, the 27 playing at left back, come in to fill in for the injured Manuel Pablo, and he's only on a minute and he plays him on side for the goal.
Forward by Robert. Jonathan just trying to turn good in. The goals in each half then from Saul and Griezmann as Atletico Madrid begin to close in on what would be, if they keep Deportivo out for the remainder of this game, be their 27th clean sheet in 42 games in all competitions this season. It's a remarkable stat. And Jonathan wanting to do something about that. Support from the fullback Lowry. Red and white shirts around him, nowhere to go.
He went down a cul-de-sac, Kevin, and he had nowhere to go. Ball's out of play.
Oliver Torres there.
Another very talented player, Kevin, young player. We saw 18 months ago for the first time, and they're just producing so much talent, it's untrue.
Came back from a very good loan spell at Porto. Played over 40 games at Porto, and really brought him on. Oliver Torres, 21-year-old, going to see out the final 12 minutes or so here.
Looks like it's Arribas who's picked up a knock. That's the problem. On the instep, the stud's just catching him on the end of the toe.
Saul. Correa. Saul. That's the last touch off Felipe.
Yep. Well done, Lowry, who's worked really hard at right back to contain Felipe and co rampaging down the left-hand side, and substitution's going to be made. It's Carrasco.
He's turned into a big favourite here in a very short space of time. Yannick Ferreira Carrasco only going to get better. On comes Oliver Torres. I think we've got something like 7 players out here now for Atletico Madrid who are 23 or under.
It's great. The talent, the developing talent is fantastic to see.
Koke's almost one of the elder statesmen at 24. Just a reminder that behind the red button, starting now, Rayo Vallecano against Eibar. Rayo just sitting outside the bottom 3 at the moment. Important game for them. Eibar having an excellent season. Don't think they're going to drop into relegation trouble after their reprieve at the end of last season when they finished 3rd from bottom but stayed up owing to Elche's financial irregularities.
Yeah, they've
taken that opportunity well.
Yeah, they've done really well, but I think, as I say, there's so many teams down there that are slipping into it. If you go on a bad run, for 4 or 5 games, suddenly you've got dragged into it, and Eibar look as if they've got enough, but they still need more points.
Yes, they're on 36 at the moment. 40 would probably be enough.
40 plus is what you're looking at.
Inside the last 10 minutes, Atlético Madrid. Ribas almost presenting a gift there to Correa. Atleti in cruise control here. Saul. Oliver Torres. Gary Neville's first taste of the Valencia derby. 10:55. Don't miss that Sunday morning. And Las Palmas have picked up some good form. That'll be decent opposition for Real Madrid. 7:15 Sky Sports 1 Sunday.
That's a great story. I watched them the other week, Kevin, when they wanted Villarreal, and they were absolutely brilliant. You know, I couldn't recognize the team that played 6-8 weeks ago. What a turnaround, and confidence plays a big part there, and obviously results.
Header out by Godin. Fajir straight down the throat of Oblak.
Well, it's a chance, and he's hit the target. That's all you can ask of Fajir. Gets the chest control in and hits it. Oblak knew exactly where it was going to be. Saying that, if it takes the deflection off Jimenez, could end up in the back of the net. Time is running out for Deportivo if they're going to get back into this game. Oh, that's harsh. I thought he worked really hard there, Jonathan. Didn't do an awful lot wrong for me. Do you not think he just picked his pocket, Kevin, and Gabi got a bit lucky? Is it because he's pulling his arm, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, here's a chance for Correa. 3-0. Excellent poacher's goal for Angel Correa, and proves that Simeone has got another excellent finisher when the chance presents itself. The Argentine delivered very coolly.
Well, he's a Kun Aguero type player, Kevin. Low centre of gravity, quick, but very skillful. And you don't give him chances like this. He goes off to the top. He's onside. His first touch is brilliant. And then he rifles it in the back of the net. What a super pass from Gabi. And what a great first touch. This player's only on the park about 5 minutes. That's some pass from Gabi, Kevin, really is. And they've got the offside trap totally wrong. Points are well and truly in the bag now.
6th goal of the season for Angel Correa. Lux, who injured himself, trying to prevent Correa striking that 3rd goal.
Well, what's he done? Has he pulled the muscle or coming out, running out? Doesn't look good.
They have used all 3 substitutes as well, so they wouldn't be able to replace Herman Lux. Yes, he's onside. No question.
The run's good. You can see there.
What a first touch, as you said, Joe.
It's a bit the first touch. If his first touch isn't as good as that, Kevin, he'll get caught by the defender. You know, you see Robert coming back trying to stop him, but his first touch is brilliant. And give credit to Gabi for a wonderful pass.
So Atletico Madrid do post 3 goals for the 3rd league game in a row.
Yeah. That's his 3rd league goal as well. Correa, 3 in the cup and 3 in the league. 6 goals this season. He's done very well, the young man.
Well, it has been, by and large, a very consistent season for Atletico Madrid. But they're now just about running into peak form just at the right time, certainly in terms of the Champions League. I tell you what, Jerry, over 2 legs, they're going to be a handful.
They're a handful for anybody, and I mean Barcelona as well. You know, Barcelona will know they're a tough side to play against. But the squad's stronger. They've got a much better squad. You've got a lot of players who are getting more experience every. I'm looking at the versatility of Carrasco, his movement.
Looks is really struggling.
He's not happy. He's not happy. Well, there's 5 minutes left on the clock, and I think he wants the clock to wind down as quickly as possible. There's no way they're going to get anything out of this game. I don't think he wants to be embarrassed anymore. 3-0 is enough.
He's going to be forced to kick here. The last thing Herman looks wanted.
Yeah. Well, he's not going to get any sympathy from Atlético Madrid and co.
Well, it would take an almighty collapse from Barcelona, really, with that 8-point lead, as it will be by the end of this weekend, over Atlético Madrid. But they'd take great pride in splitting the big two, wouldn't they? This is the ball again from Gavi.
What a pass, Kevin. He saw the run, and the first touch is just sublime. It's top drawer. What a finish.
It's like looking at Sergio Aguero, isn't it?
That's what he reminds me of. He does the same sort of movement, that cleverness.
They've already been partners, by the way, in the full Argentine national team. Sergio Aguero and Correa. Struggle a bit for forward players, Argentina, don't they?
Absolutely.
If they could produce more world-class centre-backs, I think they'd have won a World Cup by now.
Yeah. We're happy there, Felipe Luis. He didn't get the decision from the referee, Senor Malero Lopez.
I think Argentina were just hoping that Diego Godin had been born a few kilometres north instead of born in Uruguay. But you know, you really struggle to name some world-class Argentine central defenders. Probably the best one we remember is Ayala.
Ayala was class, and before him, Ayala was a carbon copy of Daniel Passarella.
Yeah.
He was superb back in the '78 World Cup.
But not too many since then.
No, they come few and far between.
Coming up later this month, by the way, World Cup qualifiers in South America. Cracking game between Chile and Argentina. Chile, last winners of the Copa America. A really good team under their celebrated coach, Jorge Sampaoli. Out of play, it's about the best efforts. He's worked hard, Jonathan.
Oh, he has, and he's not done bad, Kevin. He's had one decent shot at goal that went wide of the far post, but his work efforts has been very, very good. He's just not been fortunate in front of goal, but you cannot fault him for effort. Clever little piece of play from Felipe Luis.
This will be just one win in the last 16 league games now for Deportivo. That win becoming more ancient history. 2-0 at home to Eibar in December.
They're on a run that I said earlier, Kevin. If you go on a run like that and your confidence gets low, suddenly you forget how to win. And they could get in trouble still. They still need more points from me.
Well, without the goals of Lucas Perez, Deportivo would be second bottom in the league at this stage. He's going to be very important once they get him back from injury. Here's Correa, able to tickle it beyond looks.
He's struggling looks, to be fair to him, Kevin. He's done well actually to block that. He can hardly move. Good run. Look at the angle run. Timing is perfect.
There's another opportunity. Looks in the action again. Now, Jonathan. Any late pickings here in stoppage time for Deportivo? Jonathan.
That's a decent save. Two decent saves from Germán Lux.
A couple of minutes of stoppage time to go.
He said, I'm struggling, you're trying to stick one past me from 55 yards. Come on, give me a break. You've won the game, don't embarrass me.
That's Simeone's team for you, though. They don't show anyone mercy.
Nope.
Jonathan finds Godin for company. Looks very much like it will be 19 league games and 6 goals. That's half a season and 6 league goals conceded for Atlético.
Incredible, isn't it? But they are a machine. It's hit late, really late. Referee's going to book him for that, Loré. Well, Saul does really well. And as he plays the ball, Loré comes in and catches him. Just there.
Stamped down on the bridge of the foot.
Yeah, the instep. And he's felt that.
Atletico Madrid support with another handsome victory to view. They'll just stay niggling. They're not within arm's length really of Barcelona with that 8-point advantage, but just waiting for any slip up. Still another Clásico to come, of course. Lux has had a fair amount to do since picking up that injury.
Well, he's had too much in his opinion, Kevin, I have to say. Didn't really want that, did he? But I think that's the final passage of play as we hit 93 minutes on the clock.
So Atlético Madrid with another impressive performance, beginning to score goals for fun, and those round zeros against